Hi there, Jennifer Main from withjennifer.com. Just wanted to share a little bit with you about kind of batch cooking your day. So I know some people do batch cooking because it helps them to just have things prepared. It's done for the week or for the few days. It just simplifies their life. And so you can actually kind of batch cook your schedule and your week and make your life a whole lot easier. Because what happens is when we try to multitask or when we try to skip from one thing to the other, especially if they are pretty unrelated, our brain takes something like 20 to 30 minutes to kind of swap into something new, into a new energy and a new way of thinking. So, I have some people who will see a client for an hour and then they're trying to write a newsletter and then they are, running in to do errands, things like that. They're a bit all over the place. And you can feel a bit hectic and lost and just messy when you do things that way. And often when we get into that space where we're just cramming stuff in, it's a very reactionary way to live. It's kind of that, oh, I've got all this stuff I have to do. I haven't planned things very well, or I've gotten behind, or I've tried to fit too much in. That's usually what happens with a lot of people too. So a great way to do it is to kind of break your day into 3 sections. So you can do it in morning, afternoon, evening, or you can just have whole days that are dedicated to one thing. So for myself, what I found that works for me is that mornings are mine. Mornings are for my daily practice. If I want to study, read, learn new things, if I want to spend more time meditating, anything that feels like it's for me, if I want to exercise, that's morning time. I don't schedule clients in that time. There's very little that I do other than look after myself and the things that are priorities for me at that time. And then I have certain days I have afternoons and evenings that are just for clients. And it may be that I'm not fully booked that day or that week, but I will still do client related things during that time, during the in-between. And what that does is it just allows my energy to be in that space of we're focusing on clients right now. We're dedicating time and energy and space to clients, client work, following up with clients. And it just allows you to really step more into that state of flow instead of trying to jump back and forth between things that are not related. I also have set times and days where I do either newsletters, writing, creative stuff. Certain days where I'm just doing admin. But again, I just allow myself to be present for those few hours or for that block of time. And it just makes things flow so much easier. And any clients that I've worked with around this, they found that doing that is also it just kind of smooths out the bumps. It makes the ride much less bumpy. And it makes you feel less just all over the place, jumping around, trying to fight fires or just figure out, what do I need to do next? So I would suggest that you kind of start maybe towards the end of the week looking for next week, because then you'll have a good idea of things that are already kind of booking in, of what's needed to be done. Because obviously there are some things that don't need to be done every week. Things like, taxes or, things like that are important that need to be done sometimes. And if you can kind of do your blocking for the next week ahead, it's just going to, again, get you into this space where your mind knows what's happening so it can relax. Your energy knows what's coming so it can get into that state of flow. And it just kind of carries you through and supports you with that. So I would play with that idea of the block booking, see what can change. I know that when I first started my practice, I wanted to kind of schedule in people anytime, anywhere, because I was coming from that place of lack and I just need to work with them and do exactly what is needed for them. And then my things were just all over the place. I felt very scattered. I was forgetting things. It was kind of difficult to keep up with what was going on. And then just feeling all over the place. And then when I decided, okay, I have certain days where I have clients and that's it. It just started to work. People started to, my clients increased because the boundaries were there. They could feel that the energy was really healthy around that. So again, this is part of your boundary setting, and the healthier your boundaries are with your time and your energy, the healthier it is within your relationships. And people can pick up on that, and they can connect with that, and they can feel really present and settled within that as well. So again, it's not only just for you, it's something that has an impact on the world around you, and can make a big difference for others too. So take some time to kind of meditate on that. You can see what happens if you kind of change things around a little bit, so it's less of a reaction and I'm rushing around multitasking, and more of a I'm putting some conscious thought and some energy and effort into scheduling things and into understanding what's actually going to support me and make my quality of life better. So if you'd like to share anything that's working for you, any questions that you have, you can find me on social media platforms at WithJennifer44 or at WithJennifer.com. Thanks.